We are live. If Twitch agrees. Oh, Restream agrees. Twitch does not. Need to refresh that. YouTube agrees, and Twitch agrees. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Code Hangout number 188, where we're gonna have another little seasonal gimmicky stream. And today I was thinking of changing the font for the numbers. Now, since that's a readability issue, I'm not gonna do this carte blanche for everybody. So it's also gonna include some kind of little check. Now, I had a quick look at some Christmassy fonts, and just for digits, there's a couple that are kind of nice. It's got to be readable. You know, something like this might be suitable. No one installed. I need to test them though, and I might want to test them for something a little bit more fully featured. Where's the latest? Here we go. So kind of something like this. I'm just gonna put in a little bit of code to see if I can sort of manually inject a font. Now the problem is these fonts aren't actually installed. So I'd like to see if I can pull them in via JavaScript. So maybe we can come up with a little piece of JavaScript I can just paste into the console here. That's gonna load JavaScript and inject it into the thing, right? Now, we are already doing some things with fonts. So there's some WAFs here being loaded, right? So something like this, for example. So let's have a quick look. These are coming in through the style sheet, right? In fact, they're not even in this one. I think we have SudokuPad fonts separately. They're not here. Let's see. Does this tell us where these are getting loaded from? Okay. But this is getting loaded remotely. The family equals here. Okay, so that comes through the Google API. All right. So what I want to see is if I do something like this. So I wanna see how I can bring these in with the least amount of effort. Let's have another look. SudokuHTML. So this is where font or CSS2. Here we go. So we have something like this, and we're just gonna pull these in as some notes. So we have this on Sudoku.html that just pulls in the thing, which loads in a CSS file, which then assigns the font face. Excuse me. And which is the actual font being used for the digits here? If we go to, let's say, givens, right? And we look at our computed styles. It comes from these, right? So unfortunately, we'll also have to modify the styling there. So we'll have to inject a font and modify styling. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Let's have a look here. This is going to be some JavaScript. Right. So we basically want to have some inline JavaScript code that's going to inject style sheet, and then ideally I'll pull all the fonts into a local folder on my local web server, and then I can just load them in one by one without doing a bunch of stuff. So we need to define the font face, right? And then we need to, come on. And then we need to also change the font face. So if I look at this, does this tell me where it's defined? Yes. Okay, so we can look at style.css, hopefully, and look at .board. And it does this. Okay, so we want to change that style. And we want to do this. Okay, so we have some JavaScript already, I think, to inject a string as a local style sheet. So I can just reuse that. So we can find that. It's not on the system. It's not on the files. It's not on the SudokuPad utilities. It's under CSS new. Maybe it's under system then. Let's see. No. Style sheet. CSS text. Yeah. So this should do the trick. Although we might not want to attach it to head. But it'll always do a link. No. So we can attach this to body. So it'll be the last thing. Okay. So we want to do that. So we're going to have a little fun. Why is this not plain text again? I thought I changed this. Here we go. And say hi in chat if you're around, so I know it's all working. Go, guys. All right. And we want to do attach style sheet. I think it's async, so we can do await attach style sheet. We're going to have a bunch of styles, and we're going to put it on body. Right, and the style, it's basically going to be a combination of these two. So it's going to be dot board, font, family. Let's say if I change it to monos, to, what can I change it to? Wingdings? Just so I can test that it's working. Like if I do this, like if I execute this, right? Is that going to change my font here? Uncaught. Await is only, okay, yeah, fair enough. Async. And okay, so that works. So now the question is, can we at the same time also inject a new font face? And I don't know if I can simplify this. So let's first of all see, let's just try the one that we used. So cartoon blocks Christmas, cartoon blocks Christmas regular, right? So we'll grab that. We'll put it somewhere where the server can serve it. There we go. Can I demo? Suppose. Or better even, if I put it in here under assets. Nope, not scripts. Public, staging, assets, and we'll just say 2024. I'll just put it in here for now, right? So now if I go to localhost /assets/2024/ the name of this font is a little long. Okay, so that seems to work. So if we do something like, let's grab this block. We call it, what shall we call it? Xmas 2024. And then we'll just do this as our URL. And the format is, in this case, TTF. We'll have to be careful. I think I can just leave that out. I don't know if I can leave these other ones out. So if I do this, or no, actually, let's just remove this for now. That should give us a name and a source. And then if I do this, Xmas 2024, and run that over here, does it even try to fetch the font? It doesn't seem to be the case. Why? If I look at cell givens, font family, Xmas 2024, font family, Xmas 2024. Font family. If I change this to lobster. So that one is a font that's being loaded in. Then I go to here, computed fonts. Didn't I just change it to lobster? Font family lobster. Maybe it's... I just changed it. It does that. And then changes it back. That's weird. Okay. Wingdings. That changes immediately. Arial. Times. Nope. Sans. That doesn't seem to make a difference. Serif. Like, it doesn't change the font when I change some of... So some of them change it and some of them don't. And I'm wondering if it's because it doesn't give you a perfect match with whatever other properties this font is expected to have, such as size and styling and all that. So it says font palette normal, but maybe it's font weight. So I don't know if I want to match some of these other ones. So what if we bring these in here after all? Try that again. Okay, we might have to look something like that up. JavaScript load font after page. Yeah, dynamically load fonts. So get font file URL, blah blah blah. Ubuntu load font. So what does it do? Load, then add. Let's document of fonts, add my font. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Okay. Maybe we can do that. So maybe instead of doing this, we'll do this. Font equals font face name. Xmas 2024 URL. This. It doesn't require a format. Maybe it can figure out the format itself. So we just do that. Right. Okay. And then font.weight equals 400. I haven't really dealt with the font face API before, so let's hope this works out. My font.load.then, so we can do console.log await font.load font.load, right? And then we'll do after load, and then we'll do document dot fonts dot add font. Okay, let's just do that for a sec and see if that does something. Like, if I can get it to actually try to load the file, that would be a great start. Okay, so that loads the file. Oh, and it already sets it. Okay, so that worked, and because of the style sheet has having already been set. So we can go back to this. Now, right now it'll attach new style sheets over and over and over, which is not what we want ultimately. But you know, this is just for testing right now. Just for testing right now. And we don't need any of that. Don't think we even care about this. So we can just do this. Right. And then in theory, in fact, we can shorten this. We can put this down here and here. Also, if I do document.query selector.board, right, .get compute, nope. Get computed style. If I do this, dot font. Ah, sweet. Okay, and if I do font family, we'll do that. Okay. So let board style equals that. And then if that way I can avoid adding new style sheets over and over and over every time I execute this function. If board style dot font family is not equal to Xmas 2024, do this. Right? And that's it. Okay. Now we want to move a bunch of fonts over here, and then we want to be able to kind of like scroll through them fairly quickly. Ideally, we'll have kind of a list of these. What shall we do? Shall we just, I think maybe we'll just copy all the TTFs over for now. So if I do this, right? This. We'll copy all the TTFs over. And then we'll copy all the OTFs over as well. And let's see if there are any other font types we want to worry about. I'm not seeing any WAFs or anything like that. Oh, there's one WAF. Okay. So now let's go into that folder. Public staging assets 2024 ls. If I do this, you know what? I think the easiest is if I just grab these, put them here, and can I just get rid of all these asterisks? Right. Do the same thing for those single quotes. Right. And any double quotes as well. All right. Now, what we need to do is we need to turn this into a list. So we'll replace all the character return and line feeds into quote, comma, quote, place all. There we go. Add one at the front and back. Turn this into an array. Where's our little codey here? So then we should be able to do something like let Xmas fonts equal this, right? And then we should be able to just pick a new one. So let's change this code a little bit. Hey, Mariska Dark, how are you doing? Schoolhouse Rock Edition. I don't know. I don't know what that's in reference to. So if I say something like 10, no, right? If I do this, and we'll go do something like log num, and what I call it, Xmas fonts num. That should give us a string, right? Yep. And then we should be able to do something like this, but this time we're gonna grab this part, that in here, and then move that one in here, right? We'll do something like loading font. Something like that. And now, Christmas vibes, clean, regular. Did that update? I'm not sure. Okay, I don't think that's updating. We might have to unload other fonts. Or we give them a name, something like this. So if I do something like this, put the number here, right? So we'll do something like let font name equals this. Name equals that. URL equals this. Right? And then this will have the URL in here. This will have the name here. And then we'll put name here. Right? If I do this, it's gonna go there, but I don't know if this is correct. So if we go back in here and have a quick looky-loo at these, it says that's the font. And did it load that one? No. It didn't load that one. And if I look at these, this thing didn't work. Okay, let's refresh. Maybe I broke something by changing it before. Xmas fonts is not defined. Yeah, okay. Bring that in. Okay, change the font. But I don't know if it changed in the right way. What if I go to 0? Wobble monitor. I need a reference font. Okay. So something does work. So it could be that some of these fonts just don't have good digits. I'm alright-ish. Yeah, I remember Schoolhouse Rock. When you were using my... okay. Alright. Now, one of the issues will be that some of the fonts will have the digits just offset. And I don't think well... I guess I could compensate for that. I guess in the end result, I could have... You know, I don't want to have like a million fonts to choose from. Like, I'll have maybe 5 fonts or something. And I might have some metrics, you know, some offset size adjustments just to make them look good. This is just right now for me to quickly cycle through them. In fact, I'm tempted to go something like, if I say Xmas font num equals 0, Xmas font, right? And then we'll go, we'll say function load Xmas font num, and it'll be one of these things, right? Right, and then we'll and we'll just put the whole thing in a kind of something like that. And in fact, this is starting to get a bit messy, so we're gonna get us a fresh one. right? And then what we'll do is we'll just do some keyboard handlers for left and right. So, for example, page up, and page, no, that's used. Plus, minus, yes, plus and minus is available. All right, so let's first do a quick check. Document.add event listener key press event console.log event. Right, so if I do this, and then I'll go here and I'll go plus and minus, plus and minus, plus and minus. Okay, equal, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. So I think that's fine. Okay, so we can do this. And then we'll do something like function handle key press event. And then we'll do if event dot key equals plus. Do this. Else if event dot key equals minus. Do that. And if we're doing this, we'll do plus font plus equals 1 or equals plus font plus 1 mod xmas fonts dot length. That's not mod. Nope, that's mod. And then we'll do load xmas fonts xmas font. Do that. All right, async. Delete. Async. And here we'll do the same thing the other direction. Now, if I do 0 minus 1 modulus 10, it's minus 1. So we'll want plus this minus 1. Okay, so we'll just do the same thing. We'll do plus this minus 1. So if I do 0 plus 10 minus 1 modulus 10, it'll get us 9. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And if I plus 1 it gets us 1. So we can actually always add that. And then we'll just plus minus 1 over here. And then it's just that. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okie dokie. And that's it, I think. So let's do this on a clean slate. So if I run this here, all right, let's go a bit bigger. And now I should be able to just go plus. Yeah, no. No. This is what we want. So that should work. So if I do that here, focus on here, and then I can go through these, and then I'll just see if which ones I like in particular, and then I'll mark those down. Like this one could work if it was bigger, but it's probably not actually that interesting. It's like font stuff. So you have a display name, hash, index, font asset, and vector offset. Well, this is just like a temporary one stream gimmick. So brush size, square brackets. Are you what? I don't even know what brush size has to do with this. Yeah, some of them, for example, they just don't have anything specific. Like this, for example, it has the tiny bit of snowy effect. I mean, this might actually not be terrible because it's... All right, what we really need to do is we need to actually shortlist them, right? So I kind of want to start... Let's start over, and we'll actually go through them slowly, and then we'll shortlist them, right? So if I go, this is font 0. So font 0 might work. Font 0 might work. Now I'm wondering if I should just have a key press to like mark them. Let's see if I do enter. 1 second. So if I do this, right, and then I'll press enter, I can do key enter. All right, enter, blah blah blah. All right, now we want to do a switch. Switch event.key. Case. Right. I think we're just gonna function load xmas font delta, and then we'll just do this. Boom. Xmas font num equals xmas font blah 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 plus delta, and then just num equals xmas font num. Right. So then here we'll just do this is +1, right? And case minus is -1, and case enter will we'll have our short list. So we'll do. Do we do shortlist by IDs or by shortcut for up and down right? We suggest square brackets instead of plus minus since it's a familiar convention. But square brackets aren't on my numpad. So we'll do this and we'll do, yeah, let's do this. Let shortlist equals term. Right? And then we'll do, here we'll just say, enter, we'll just say shortlist dot push. We'll do whatever the current number is. So we'll do Xmas fonts, push Xmas fonts, and whatever the current here, right? And then I think we also want to output it here. Can I use copy? Probably not. So then we'll just say console.log shortlist json.stringify shortlist, and we'll just do. Is that the easiest thing I can do? Maybe. I think. All right, let's try it. So I do this, right? So we go plus, minus, enter, shortlist. Can I copy that easily? No, I don't even need that. I think I can just do this, right? Let's try this again. And we probably want to. No, that's fine. It doesn't start off at 0 because it doesn't do it initially. We could just do this, right? So it should load the first font. Which platform are you building it for? Steam? Here we go. All right. So that one, I'll want to give it an enter. Plus, enter, plus, enter, plus, enter, plus, enter, plus. Yeah, too small. Personal use only. Okay. Don't know what they want from me. All right, let's include it. Now the problem is what this doesn't give me is it doesn't give me exclusions. I almost want to do it the other way around. Because, like, for example, I'd like to restart now. Because, like, we have quite a few. And I don't know if I've pressed on enter already now. Right. Christmas trees, why not? Bells, why not? Oh, these are sweater stitching patterns. Maybe let's get one of these. Yeah, I think it's struggles waiting to load the font sometimes, so I might have to give it. Okay, some of these just don't seem to have custom digits. All right, tinsel, not my favorite, but why not? Ah, this is kind of what I had in mind actually. So definitely put this one in. Okay, a bit cartoonish. Did I not wait long enough for these to load? Is there something I can do to ensure I know at least that the font has loaded? I'm not sure. All right. I think we've added this already. Yeah, I think we might have added that already as well. We might have to remove some duplicates. Have to maybe scroll a little slower. Then afterwards, I'll go over them again, do a second selection, and then we'll see if... Yeah, we'll make a short list. I think we're already around, back around. Yeah. Okay, I'll do an enter again just to get another output of this. So now we should have a Xmas fonts 2. In fact, let's do this. Put that there. And then we'll do that there. Maybe put that there. Right. We actually kind of want to change the both symbols. Let me make this bigger for a second. So this is the new list, which is shorter than the original list. So the original list, let's get it out of here for a sec. I think it's the same as this, right? Yeah. So that's our new short list. And there's probably a bunch of duplicates in there, especially at the end. I think I pressed enter twice, yeah. And bobble monogram, we've got in there twice. So let me just post-process this for a sec here. If I do this, I'll do a new set of this array. Or do I have to expand it? And then I'll... Oh, no. If I do this, turn that back into an array and sort it. And then I'll do... if I do this, can I just copy this like that and get it with single quotes? I think I can. Gotta get rid of some weirdness at the front. Yeah, okay, that should have gotten rid of the duplications. All right, so let's do it again. And this time, let's be a little bit more... Yeah, so we want to get rid of these variants. I think the italic one here doesn't make sense at all. Do that again. LLC for Steam? I don't have an LLC or anything, and I have my app on Steam. I have no company or anything like that. Maybe it's a US requirement? Never heard of that before. And you can use WebGL on Steam as well. So WebGL is really neither here nor there. All right, so of these, I think the bauble one might work just because it's bold and easy to see, although it might interfere. The Santa hat, you know, it's kind of cute. Candy cane, I find it hard to read, and it's not super Christmassy. Because it's not colored. If it was colored, it would be different. And I might actually want to fill in just to compare color digits, right? Probably want to do something. Yeah, it's already like these are hard to read. They're kind of cute, but they're kind of hard to read. These are kind of cool. They're kind of bold and have a bit of a Grinch cartoony look. Hey, Mark. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark, this is not really meant for people to use. This is just a gag, so I don't know if I wanna do that. Like, I'm not really too concerned about readability. This is more like if a streamer wants to have a bit of fun, you know. And I'll balance out the sizes. I think it's all right. It's not great. it's not meant to be. Remember, for a YouTuber, it'll probably be closer to kind of be closer to full screen-ish. You know, kind of close in this area. Like, okay, these, for example, these aren't possible for marks. These are actually working surprisingly well. Some fonts like these, the sizing won't work out. So that maybe I'll just not make the short list. These are kind of cute. Especially if they have different symbols. I don't know. It could be also a bit of a gag challenge. Oh, I see. You have a studio. How cool. Yeah, I don't, nobody's giving me any money. Okay, I like this. All right, let's, I'm kind of getting distracted. Let's do it again. Let's restart and then make another short list. So I want this on the short list. I want this on the short list. I'll skip this one. I'll put this on the short list. I'll put this. I'll put this. Christmas trees. I think they're a bit hard to read. Same with these. Same with these. These are kind of cute. These are cute. These are not super Christmas tree, but relatively easy to read. So let's include these. These are kind of subtle. They might work. Same with these. They might need some resizing. Maybe too subtle. Yeah, they're kind of easy to read. Santa Clauses. Ugh, they're hard to read. Yeah, they're too repetitive. I don't like them. That's just some stylistic stuff. And now we're back around the front. All right, let's grab this list. Make that our, our next short list. Right? We can do that. Refresh. Do it again. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 12 is quite a lot for a gag. All right, let's see how we're gonna do adjustments. Can I do it purely through styling? Probably. Maybe. Oops. Let's get these out of here. So, how many are these now? 12. 12 are almost too many still. Especially if I want to turn them into something more. So, what else do we have for these? So, besides the font family, do we have something like CSS font? Actually, let's have a look at the font face API. See if there's something like shifting things that we can include. Sent override. String that retrieves sets a sent metric on the font. Equivalent to the sent override. Okay, font. Stuff like that. How the font is displayed, whether it's not ready to use. Font when retrieves a set family for the font is equivalent to the font family descriptor. Okay. Feature setting. Feature setting. Line gap override. Font face loaded. Font face status. Font face dot style. String that retrieves or sets the style of the font. It is equivalent to the font style descriptor. Okay, variant setting, weight, look. Because I don't know if I have to do it in the CSS or if I can make it part of the font. So the Ascent override and descent override. What does that do exactly? Sets the ascent metric of the font. The height above the baseline is used to lay out the boxes in an inline formatting context. So if I do something like ascent override. Okay, so that would go here. Ascent override 90%. So for example, if we did this, if I make it 10%, I don't see any change. If I make this 200%, I think it doesn't actually shift the font. It only cares about things like G's and Q's and things that go above in the little line. So it's not what we're looking for. Descent override, string retrieves sets descent metrics of the font is equivalent. Okay. String the typical font font is displaced with when it's down. Okay, so CSS font shift vertical. Is there a way of just shifting a font? Vertical align. I don't think that's it. Vertical line 20%. All right. We could do something like this instead. Okay, so if I do this, but vertical line, it doesn't sound like that'll do what I need. 20%. Vertical line 20%. What does that do? Percentage values. Vertical line. No, there are online, so inline, online block, and table cell elements. You can't use it to vertical line block level elements. Okay. CSS font shift, vertical deep dive, CSS font metric line height, and vertical line. Vertical line. Isn't there... Like, there's indent, right? What if I do... What if I do something silly like margin top minus, right? So if I say margin top, and then I'll say minus 10 px, for example, right? Does that make sense? Or minus 3 rem minus 30 rem. Oh, because it applies to the whole board. No, we don't want that. Shoot. Okay, CSS font. Text orientation, vertical line. Font. Top. Time, scope, shape, stop. Vertical line. It's got to be something related to font. Because otherwise, I'm moving the element, not the font itself. Not the text itself. So let's have a look at font. Font size adjust. Kerning. Now, kerning font variant alternates font variant ligatures. Numeric property controls the usage of alternate glyphs for numbers, fraction, ordinal markers. Normal / 0. Okay, that's interesting, but... Variant. Ooh, font variant position. Controls the use of alternate smaller glyphs that are positioned as superscript or subscript. No. CSS. Move text vertically. Yeah, like I just want to move the text. I don't want to move the whole thing. Like this is all about moving the element itself instead of just the characters. Line item sent to justify content. Display flex. No. Just move only text. But not like... I don't want to have to add additional things around it. And I hope I don't have to do that. Yeah, this is all depending on shit. CSS font shift character positions. Mark, if you feel like doing some research, this would be amazing if you could figure this out. Do I want to ask ChatGPT? But it's exactly the sort of thing that ChatGPT is bad at. It'll give me everything but the thing I'm asking for, because the internet would do that. And ChatGPT basically does what the internet does at large. Did I ask O2? I didn't mean to ask O2. Answer is fast at reasoning. O2 mini, okay. Transform. Yeah, this moves the elements with the class you have given. I want to change only text without affecting any elements. And it'll be like this over and over and over. It'll just give me something that doesn't work. And, I mean, transforms, the problem with the transforms is they're operating on elements, not on the text itself. So that's the problem. How do you spell misaligned? 1S? Texture has visual hack. Maybe. Maybe. Inline elements only. Yeah, no. Vertical line doesn't help. Adjust the text inline. I don't remember. Does not move text. Text shadow might work. Except, no, it doesn't work because it affects other things. Hi, Shelby. Oh, okay. Paints the letter slightly above the original position. Let's try this. Just, you know, maybe it's onto something with text shadow, because I don't know if text shadow does affect other things. Red. So let's make this red and then make it -20 and see if that'll do a thing. Do that. Like, whoop. And I'll do that. Ooh, it might work. So maybe text shadow is the way to go. The problem is it wants to modify the color. And if we don't want to change the color, let's see what that does. If we say color, the problem is the color will affect other things, not just text. God damn it. Transparent. But I might actually apply it only to text elements. This is weird. Transparent. Why does color here not work? Text. Ah, because it's fill, isn't it? Oop. No. If I don't have this. Transparent. Am I misspelling transparent here? Fill red. If I do this. No. Color. What is determining this text color here? If I look at the givens, I look at one of these text elements, color, fill, stroke. What? Where is the color being set? It's trying to set it to red. Maybe the text just doesn't care. Color none. Okay, wait. If I put if I put this, so this is clearly blue right now. So if I look at cell values, color, so it is the fill. If I look at one of these, okay, fill. Oh, because it has, okay. Because it's more specific. SVG renderer. Renderer. Okay, let's try this. Maybe it's just the specificity. SVG renderer. Okay. That didn't do anything. Dot cell given. Okay. How do I make it super specific? If I do it dot board, I think, and if I'll do important and all that stuff. Like if we do this, right? I just ran it, right? It did nothing. Did I screw something up? So, givens. Error sure. Might even modify the alpha value. Usually 0.75 works well. Yeah, no, it's fill, but CSS specificity is poking me in the butt again. This should be more specific than this. Did I mess something up here syntax-wise that it doesn't like this style? Because it seems to completely ignore it. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, it still doesn't care. Just does not care. Hash svg renderer dot board text, because board is on the outside, so this doesn't apply. Okay, that should work. Yes. Okay. So if I say transparent, right, and then we'll do this, and then we have a stroke as well. I'm gonna have a stroke here. What the heck? If I look, oh, wait a second. Because cell errors, fill. Oh, because they have a stroke, right? So if I do fill, transparent, and stroke, and now what do I get? Nothing. And if I now add the text shadow back in, still got nothing. Red. RGBA 25502551. I think it needs to re-overwrite the alpha. God damn it. This worked before though. Red, green. So we get a text shadow here. If I make this transparent, maybe the text shadow inherits from one of these. Okay, so that works. Fill RGBA 255.0.0.0.1. If I do it very faint, does that? It carries over to the text shadow. Oh, that's annoying because the shadow inherits the fill color. Oh, that's really SVG text shadow fill color. Like, I don't think we can hide the fill while also having the shadow visible. That's annoying. Because we can change the color, but apparently we can't change the opacity of the text shadow. Because right now, you see, it seems to inherit the color of the actual text. Oh, this is really annoying. The other alternative is to actually just shift it, right? So if I do SVG into text, because that's the one good thing, is that in theory, text doesn't have, text shouldn't have anything else in it in SVG, so I can't isolate it, right? And then if I say transform, translate, XY, X0, minus 20px, something like that, right? I just need some numbers I can put somewhere. Is that transform maybe getting overridden? Let's see. Givens, transform, translate. What does it look like? Invalid property, name or value? All right, trans, oh, it's X, Y, Z. Okay, so I have to do them in, okay, it's just translate. It's okay. Okay, that works. The problem here is that relative to what? Okay, it's relative to that. Are we hitting video pause, continue watching? Why is the video suddenly paused? What the heck was that? Hello? That was weird. Let me just make sure chat's still working. I'm not, why am I suddenly signed out of my live stream? Oh, why does it sign me out in the middle of a live stream? YouTube, what is wrong with you? Let's hope it doesn't mess with the stream. Is my stream still running? Okay, I think we're still okay. Why did it sign me out in the middle of a live stream? All right. So I think that offset is relative to relative to the board size. So I should be able to use that, right? So let's do something like this. I will do name, right? I'm just gonna do this and this, right? And we're just gonna do this quickly. I'm gonna do this manually. Do we have repetitions? No, I don't think so. I think we're good actually. Right? Just gonna do this manually. I think it's quick enough. And then we'll do this. All right. So font dot name, right? And we'll actually do something like this. Font equals, or font props equals this, and then font props dot name is this. Boom. Okay. And now we can do things like modify these. So we can say offsets, right? So we can say a y offset of minus 20 px. Minus 20 px, right? And then we can say here, we'll do translate font props. So this will be one font props dot x or 0. X or 0. And then this will be font props dot y or 0. So let's try that. Okay, and now if I change this to 10, and I just do it here, yeah, there we go. All right, then we can go on to the next one. These aren't too bad. Which one is this? Christmas tinsel. Let's bring it up a little. So we'll do y minus 5 px maybe. Right, so one. This one I want to bring down a bit because the hat, although the digits are kind of centered, aren't they? Oh, why are they all... because it overrides... that's using transform, so I can't do it for the little guys. Probably Mark is correct. I'm still here, yep. Let me see. Let me catch up. Modify the alphabet. Take text might be a stroke color. Yeah. Stream still going on this end. Did you just log chat out? Did it just log chat out? What do you mean? Yeah. No, it logged me literally out of the YouTube studio, but the stream seems to be still working, and my chat from Restream still seems to be working, which is a small miracle. Let's see if we can only apply it to cell givens and the other ones. Dot cell given. So we have cell given and cell values. Cell givens and cell values. Boom. Values. Let's do this a little bit more organized. All right. So do that again. And okay, that instantly breaks it. Cell givens, which are IDs. Okay, that's why. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, these are all right. These are all right. These are all right. These are okay. They're okay. Most of the other ones are okay, I'd say. These might benefit from going up a little bit. So if we say y minus 5 px, perhaps. No. So if I do this and I quickly get through to these other guys. Yeah, maybe a little more. Should we do 10? The tinsel one, is that good now? Yeah, I think the tinsel is pretty balanced like this. And that one is maybe a little low. All right, let's do that. Let's try it again. All right. I'm gonna move it down just a little bit, just to see what that looks like. I think that's bonnet underscore with this beautiful name. Also, it's the only font we're actually moving down. Yeah, I think that's already better. This could maybe move up a tiny bit. What's this? Dickensian Christmas. Dickensian Christmas. We want to move it up, so -3. Yeah, okay. This one, maybe bigger. Which one is this? First snow. First snow. What's the other property I want to modify? Font size. If I do font size percentage, is that gonna work? Font size 120%, for example. Like if I do that, is that gonna mess with everything? Yeah. Or if I do something like scale 1.1. Does it actually make it transform origin? Transform origin. I need to look up how I'm gonna do this. If I just do that center, would that work? Not exactly, unfortunately. Why? Why? CSS transform origin. Well, I'm not looking at OBS. It's a Restream. Yeah, it seems to be fine. Transform origin. Center should be the thing. Transform origin center. I'm wondering if the problem is that I have some other transform stuff going on here. It's adding all of these. Ugh. Yeah, adding a ton of style sheets is actually not great. How can I mess with the transform origin? Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. And then just do it the old-fashioned way. In the inspector. So. Yeah, you see it does something to it. If I scale it massively, like 2, right? So this is scaling from the upper left. If I do transform origin center, it's not its own center. Transform origin. So CSS transform origin relative to element. Because the transform origin here, I think, is... Ooh, okay. There might be something. Because I think it's using the center of some other element higher up the chain. Oh, it doesn't like that? What? No. No, what are you doing? Fill box. If I do this over here. Ooh! Ooh, this is a property I could have used in the past, I think. Let's see this working. Let's see if this is working. Okay, that is working. Okay, so if we do this, we should be able to have a scale associated with it. And the specific font I want to apply it to was, I believe, one of these was kind of tiny, this one. So first snow, scale 1.5, right? And then we'll do something like, if I do this, font props dot scale or 1. Right. So if we do this, font props. And now we go through the fonts, and now this one? No. This one is much bigger. And it's actually pretty good. Yeah. This could be a little bit bigger, not much. So Happy Christmas, we'll probably want to do scale like 1.1. And we'll probably Y it up a tiny bit. Let's try that. So Happy Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. And Rudolph also wants to be a bit bigger. Do we need to shift it? I don't know. Let's make this 1.3 and see how that looks. Yeah, maybe 1.2 is enough. 1.2. I mean, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a little gag. Okay. And Snowballs also wants to be a little bigger. Maybe 1.2 might be too much for Snowballs. Let's try it out. I think backwards is faster. No, that seems fine. The trees are too high. So this is one of the rare ones that we want to move downwards. Alright, so we're gonna go here. Yeah, much better. And we don't want to make them too big because they're kind of bold. And then these also want to go down just a little bit. Not 10, maybe just 5 pixels. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Okay. This one is Snowballs. Snowballs is a bit high now. Or is it? What if I do it like that? If I go backwards to Snowballs. No, that's fine. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now let's look at it on a larger puzzle. Like this one. Right? I'll put that here. Yeah, this one is a little faint. Cartoon Blocks Christmas regular. Can we... I can't make it bolder, unfortunately. There wasn't a bold version of it. What if I just make it bigger? And I think it might want to move downwards a tiny bit as well. So if I do this... did I miss it? Cartoon block. Tinsel is a bit small because there's this extra element above. Wait, where's Cartoon Blocks? Did I miss it again? So we have Bauble Monogram, we have Bonnet. Ah, here we go. Ah, okay, no. It's just, they're so balanced that they didn't stand out. Yeah, that worked fine. Are they low now? Maybe a little bit. What did I do? I did move them up. So maybe they need to move up a little bit further. Alright. Oh no, I've moved them down again. Maybe the other way around? Did I get that wrong? Yeah, maybe they don't need to be moved at all. Maybe they were fine at 0. Yeah, maybe they're fine. Okay. Alright. Let me try. Well, actually, let's try to solve a puzzle like that. So restart. See if there's anything else that goes wrong. So let's try one with this one. It looks a bit odd because the digits are relatively speaking much smaller. So I feel like I can see well, basically. The thing is, if I make the baubles bigger, it'll be so dark. But maybe the baubles need to be bigger. Anyways, maybe that's just how it is. Let's try it. Yeah, I think that's better, actually. But, man, it's like a handicap. Okay, let's solve it because I want to see also how the colors play into it. Yeah, I don't know if I want to try having the corner marks also Christmasified. But let's just go with this for now. Because like looking at two different things could make it harder to actually see what's going on. We'll see. Or we won't. It's also a possibility. I mean, it is doable. Again, this is not meant to be great. It's meant to be silly. And I very specifically am not going to make this mandatory because that would be just stupid. Okay, ones go here. Ones go there, ones go there. Twos. Threes. 3s. Right. 4s. 5s. Hey guys. Hey, can you give me your opinion quickly? Which one of these do you think are kind of cute and which one of these are kind of silly? Option 1. Option 2. Option 3. Option 4. 5. 6. These are a bit small, I think, eh?
Yeah, I don't worry.
Let me see if I can make them bigger. This one is... Which one is this one? Give me a sec. This one is Christmas tinsel. Just a tiny bit larger or quite a bit larger? What do you think? It's I wish I had an option where it saves that. Even bigger, maybe? Even bigger than this? The problem is if you make small changes, it's harder to notice. Can't go much bigger, otherwise I could go a little bit bigger, I think. Let's see. Boom. And that's about as big as I can go. It's already touching the edges of the boxes.
I'm just a bit more confused.
Yeah, but I mean, it's meant to be silly fun. I don't know why this one is so far down. It's the only one. Yeah, I don't think I would go that big. Maybe just like as big as I can and no bigger. I mean, they don't all have to be options. Some of them are just not suitable, you know. I want to... I mean, somebody did the 8 as a snowman, like I said. 1, 3, 4, and 5 are good. Marushia likes... Let me see. 1...
I like this.
3... 4... 5... Alright, 6... 7... Yeah, this is whimsical. I wish it was bolder. I wish the lines were thicker, but I can't do that. And then this one is... Nah. This one is subtle. Like, if somebody wants to have it Christmassy without it being hard to read, I think this one would be a good one. This one is kind of cute. Do I want to make these bigger? This one is... Which one is this? Snowballs. Snowballs. If I make these even bigger... If I make them even bigger... And I go to... Here. Even bigger than that, I think. What if I make them just humongous? Yeah, sorry, Topes. Give me a sec. The digits are right, but it's kind of... Because it...
The core over
Yeah. Too big then, I guess. No, not 145. That's not gonna work. Yeah. Let's see. I think that's okay, even though it touches the edges. No, I'll give them a couple of options. But I don't want to include things that are just outright stupid. These could get a bit bigger. It'll make them a bit dark, but I think that's okay. I mean, the baubles are even darker. Yeah, they can even be bigger than that, I think. Because, again, the numbers themselves are a bit small on these. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think that works. And then this one could also be a tiny bit bigger. Doesn't need to be much bigger.
But this is...
No. Again, it's like if somebody wants to do something but doesn't want to have it be too distracting, you know. Like it's mostly for YouTubers and streamers. I think they're all pretty balanced now, as much as they can be. This one is not great.
Yeah, I think so.
But it looks a bit like an advent calendar. Yeah. 2 and 6 are hard to read. Let me go. So that's 2. This could be bigger. I thought this was bigger. It's all right. Like initially, they did stick out over the edges of the boxes, and it still works. I think that's not too bad. I mean, it's maybe a bit dense. And 6. This one. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this one is hard to read. Make a holiday variant for different times of year. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and it could also be a test for... Alright, thanks, babe. It could also be generally just developing new technology that enables this sort of thing, right? Because we've had issues in the past, and I haven't really gone too deep into optimizing the fonts. But, like, if I can make something like this And, you know, it's kind of, Minecraft does this, and a lot of other systems do that, where they, you know, Minecraft does it with April Fools, where they're basically experimenting with technology, and because it's just a fun little something, they're not too concerned about how well it works. Let me try this one. Yeah, I'm already struggling to scan. Yeah. I mean, some of this will be much better than others. Let's try the one that I used on the thumbnail. I think it was this one. It's surprisingly readable once this... Actually, I could make them a little bit bigger. This one is... this one, I think. Cartoon blocks. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, even at that size, they're still doable. 1, 2, 3. 179. Where do we have overlapping rows and columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 7, 8. Not great. Not terrible, not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. This row is interesting. We're missing 2, 4. No, 2, 5, 7, 9. 2, 5, 7, 9. So that's 2, 7. So that's 5, 9 on... Oh, and the 9 is... Okay, so we've got a 5 here. There we go. So that's 2, 7, 9. With a 2 over here. This column is only missing 3, which are 1, 2, 1, 4, 9. Let us give it a shot in terms of corner marks as well. Corner and center marks. Let's see what that looks like. The problem is the translation screws with it. So we can't scale them properly and we can shift them. I don't actually know if we... Like, if we look at these pencil marks, like this one, for example, because I'm using transforms to put them into the corner. So the moment I apply a translate, unless I'll do, can I do, CSS relative translate? Can we do a cascading, translate cascade? I wish there could be a cascade for translations, but they can only be on nested objects. What if instead of translating these individual marks, I translate the whole layer? Would that work? I think so. I think so. So I could do this. But I'm applying, because I was going to say I can translate the whole layer, but the problem is if the layers shouldn't have anything else in them. So I could technically translate. I can't scale the whole layer, unfortunately. But for these, the scaling isn't as important. So, what if? Okay, let's have a look at this. What if we'll do cell pencil marks, for example, but not the text element itself. Right, and then we'll do this. We'll skip this for now. Like, if we just apply this. Okay. Now, these corner mark baubles look a bit weird. Probably because of these. If we change that. Yeah, because, okay, so the bauble is too low. Now, the problem is, if I translate it by these amounts, it'll be too much. Because they are measured for the full size cell, right? Not relative. Yeah. But I could potentially divide them by something, right? So if I say divide by 10, for example. Something like this. And let's skip scale for now. If we do something like this. It's probably the scale, actually. That's the problem. So the bauble is supposed to be shifted. Maybe it was just the scale, actually. So if I look at the bottom, I'm kind of looking at this bauble here. If we're looking at that, let's find it. This one, right? It is not, it has its own transform here. And then it should have its parent transform here. Oh, not a number? Oh, because we can't divide because we're not actually using numbers here. Okay, I should get rid of that, and I should make these true numbers. And then add the px in the string conversion, so then I can do maths on these things. Otherwise, I can't do math on these things. All right. That should work. Yep, and there, and another thing there. And now we'll just need to add px here. It adds it to the 0, but that's fine. That should work. Not inside. Outside. Okay. Let's see how that works. That still looks broken. px. Okay. I forgot one. I think now I've got them all, right? I think so. Just these novelty fonts for big digits and yeah. It's just, it's supposed to be cute and silly and blah, you know? Alright, so that actually does kind of work. Like, that one is now where it's supposed to be. That one isn't so much. Ugh. Why is that down there? That's so weird. Wait a second, what's going on here? So we have transformed... Oh, because it's, I think it's because the old style sheets are in there. You know what? I'm gonna have to, I think attach style sheet returns the style sheet. So we want to remove that. Let's see, let sheet el, right? And then we'll say sheet el equals this. And we'll do this, and we'll say if sheet el dot remove. So that way we should only have one style sheet and we won't inherit different ones, supposedly. Xmesh font 1. It moves it down. And here it moves it down and scales it. I wonder if the lack of scaling here is a problem. Uh-huh. Can I add scale without adding the transform? Minus 50 minus 15. I don't know if... Because I think they are not changed by scaling. They're changed by... They're changed by font size changes here. I'm afraid I don't understand Chinese. I think you've been here before. Let me see what you're saying. Maybe I can figure it out. No, that's not the penalties. Minesweeper. I don't have that kind of interactivity. Like, people have done Minesweeper rule sets. But, like, there isn't a direct thing. But it's something I would like to do. So if you have, like, puzzles that you know how to do and that you have designed kind of looking into that, I'd love to see them. And, you know, if they're suitable, I'll implement it. I'll add it. That's been on my to-do list for a long time. Yeah, I don't think I can make the corner and pencil marks work properly. All right. So now the question is, how am I gonna make the user interface, and when am I gonna ask people to try them? So I'll probably want to bring up a little pop-up on the start. I would also love to like show them samples, but to do that I'd actually have to load the fonts. How big are they? Actually, let's pull out these fonts into their own little folder. So let's get rid of the ones that aren't on the list. Right, so we have Bauble Monogram, we have Bonnet. The next one is Cartoon Block Christmas Regular. The next one is Dickensian Christmas. Dickensian Christmas. Then the next one is First Snow. Did I just... What did I just do? Cartoon Block Christmas. Next one is Dickensian Christmas. First Snow. Then PW Christmas. Font and Tinsel. And then PW Happy Christmas. Rudolph. Next one is Snowballs. X Tree. And ST Nichols. I don't know why they're out of order here. I don't know how they ended up in that order, but okay. Starlight. Okay, so we have 12 fonts. Okay, so we have these fonts. Some of them are really big. Obviously, if I could pull out just the digits, it wouldn't be a problem. But also, I don't want to spend like a whole amount of time in this. So we could just load them in. It's 2.2 megabytes. It's not the end of the world. I could make a screenshot of these fonts. I mean, that was the other reason of reducing it from 12 down to a small number. Let us have a quick look at kind of which ones are the biggest ones. Like, Rudolph is massive. But this one is actually one of the nicer, like, not super, super nice, but like simple, so usable. But it's not, maybe it's not interesting enough to be worth of inclusion. Okay, what is the other option I can do? So I could have a load on demand drop down. So you drop down, it shows names of the fonts. But I'd like to skip that. Yeah, I'd like to have them just option 1 through 12. But ideally, I just have a visual representation. So I'd have a drop down with the image in it. But doing a drop down with actual images in them is not that easy. The other thing is, okay, so if I say framework.show dialog, and I do this. All right, we get an empty dialog. So let us have a quick stab at that. Like, if we want to show a dialog, how easy is it to customize it to this extent, right? I haven't done like super custom dialogues before. I mean, I've done some stuff, but mostly, you know, things that we actually need for the app. So if I do this, so if I could do something like, so we could do something like a tag that's a div, and then we'll just say inner HTML, and then we'll just do something like that, and then we'll just do a, like, we'll just do something like, option 1, you know, option 2. Like, if I do something like that, so I could do something like that, and then I could have like a, could I just do a screenshot? What if we do SCF, and we'll just put in the digits 0, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And then we'll just take a screenshot of that. So if I now take this, put that in there, all right? So that'll be our first one. And we'll just say, import export screenshot. Blank puzzle off. We'll do 128 by 128. Open a new tab. That's too small. I almost want to do them on the 3x3. Like if I do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? And then we can screenshot them. Maybe 256 by 256. Oh, it won't include the font. Of course not. Yeah. We're just gonna do that. And we'll do this. And then we'll do that. And we'll just do that, right? We'll something like that. Put that in there. Then go here. Plus. Do that. That. Plus. Right. Yeah, this will work. This will work. We'll have to align them afterwards. Plus. New. That. Do I want them blue or black? Probably blue is better because they need to know what it's going to be like. And blue is less easy to see than black. So might as well. Control new. Right. Paste that in there. Plus. New. Paste that in there. That plus new. I should have narrowed it down to more than 12, to less than 12. Probably 9. But I don't wanna. All right. Plus. Nope. Control new. B. Plus. New. Copy. V. Plus. New. V. Plus. New. V. I gotta get through this. All right. So if we do this, we now need to align them. I think I just want to align them upper left corner like that. Right? So we just want to have them like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. It's a pity the black line is anti-aliased like that. That. Oh. Is that the right scale? I think just the lack of density on the font threw me off a little bit. Okay. And 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Ooh. All right, and they all seem to be perfectly aligned. I shouldn't have done in the corner, but here we are, because now it's gonna look a bit weird. All right. And in fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut the upper left pixel out. So we just want to get all the way to black. We'll grab 1 pixel off the top and 1 off the side. Image. Camera size. We'll make this. We want to take 2 pixels of the width actually. And we'll take 1 pixel of the height. And that should get us to this. Right. Now, I can just put this all into one image file, I guess. Or I can just store it as 10. What's easier? I think I can just do it in one. It'll be a bit smaller. Actually, can I just save it like this as like a bunch of like every layer is a file? File, save more, PSD to source, PSD, automate, export layers. Ooh. Layers. Only layers folders when the user's name starts with, huh? No? What? Size 1x, PNG. Let's do 50. Don't pass, attach. Export layers. What do you mean no layers to export? 12. Yeah, there you go. So, does that gives me a zip file with a bunch of PNG files. And here they are. Sweet. They seem big. They seem surprisingly big. 192K. Not as big as the fonts would have been. Can I make them smaller still, though? All right, if I do that, they're not much smaller, are they? But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. They're not named correctly. Well, from there. All right. Do I want to change the names of these? Like, do I want to match them? Or am I happy to have some internal mapping? The problem is, do I know what they are? Rudolph. God. I don't even know for sure. We're gonna have to manually match them back up because I kind of screwed that part up, didn't I? All right. Well, we know this is Bobble. So we call this option 1. Option 1. All right. That's option. That's the Santa hats. That's option 2. Option 2. This is probably not the fastest way of doing this. Option 3. But I could spend a lot of time even thinking about it, so let's just do it. Let's just grind through it. Option 4. Option 4. Option. Is it this one? No. No. This one. Option 5. In fact, that other one, this one is so similar to this one, I might get rid of one of those. Option 6. Option 6. Option 7. Option. Option 8. Option 9. Option 9. Now, again, I don't know how well this will work across device, but it's super optional. And it's up to people to kind of figure it out for themselves if they want to mess with it or not. What I don't know is yet if I want to force it as a choice at the start of a puzzle for everybody. Like, hey, do you want Christmas stuff? Or if I want to have something on screen like Christmas special in the corner and then let them try it out, right? So now we should be able to do something like this. I can say img src equals blah 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 assets blah 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 2024 option 1.png, right? So if I do this and now I'll put that there, it's almost a little bit big. Well, we might have to scale them down a bit. So the question is 12, that's 3 by 4. So we should be able to kinda do it from these. And then clicking them, maybe I don't even need anything else. Maybe just let them click in and then switch them around. So if I say something like this, right? And then we'll do something like, we'll have a diff here. And we'll just do something like this. And we'll do this map. Right? And dot join part. No, dot join. Just join it with white space. Something like that. And then here we'll just say font. And we'll just do something like if style equals float left, right, something like that. img src, and we'll need the index. All right, and that'll be slash assets slash 2024 slash option underscore option underscore idx plus 1 dot png, right? Diff. So for example, if I do this, one sec. HTML equals. We'll just do that in here. And then do that. Okay. Div float left, missing quotes. Let's just do it like this so we can have a clean view. Boom. Okay, a bunch of images. Assets is having a couple of S's too many. Okay, here we go. So, these are currently 308 by 308, which seems so big. Okay, maybe that's why there's no reason why they need to be that big, but I don't want to read it. If I rename the layers, then I can resave it a couple of times, and then the images won't be necessarily that big either. I don't want to do that right now, so we're just gonna say width equals 64, height equals 64. If I do this, we'll do something like that, right? They need to be a little bit bigger. Is that too big? No, 128 by 128, that's okay. All right, padding 0.5 rem. And if I do hide dialog and then show dialog, I can just paste it to try. Hide framework dot close. Close and show instead of hide. Okay, that's logic. All right, and then we can do something like title. Do we have show dialog? Oh, what am I doing? Show dialog, parts, dialog, title. Tag title. Okay. So if we then do tag title in HTML, select, choose Xmas font. If we do something like this, right? Then each of these needs to be clickable, right? And then at the bottom, we need a couple of buttons. We'll do options. Cancel. Select font. Font. Reset. Reset to default. Cancel. If I do this, right. We don't really wanna do this. What we really kind of want to do is, instead of floating them all, we actually want to turn them into rows. So we want to do something like, so these actually should be spans. Or we'll do something like that. Display inline block. Dios play. Display inline block. And then this one will be IDX modulus 3 equals 0 x else y. Just to see if that'll get us rows. X, Y, Y, X, Y, Y, X, Y, Y. Okay. So, if it's X, we want to start. And if it's Y, we don't. Now, we also want to close them. So we want to say if IDX, if IDX plus 1 is 0, right? Then we want to do /diff. So, I mean, open square bracket and a close square bracket. Maybe I'll see them. So we have opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing. Okay, that looks fine. That just worked. Cool. Reset to default. So we need a handler. Ta-da. So we need these handle button. Handle button. So log. Confirm font. Confirm font. Default font. Confirm font. Default font. What I'd like to be able to do is just to select. So we'd have we'll have basically a highlighted one, and we also want to change live, ideally, the board underneath. Except no, we don't want to do that. So select font. Okay. I think we want to have an extra square with just default. So that I think that interface would make the most sense. So we'll have default at the top, and then we should be able to just select. You know, this should work for touch as well. All right. If I click a button, we get handle button. All right. And then these guys need to have handlers attached to them, right? And we want one above them. So inner HTML is actually just going to be HTML. Like that. And then we'll have something like diff default default font div. If I do this, that should be just centered at the top, right? We want to style this a little bit. Margin 0.5 rem. Yeah. Are we padding them or margining them? We're padding them. We probably want to margin them as well. Margin 0.5 rem. And then the highlighting will be in between those two. We'll do something like that. Right. And then this one will have font size 200%. Default font. And to select it without a style sheet and just using classes is going to be annoying. So we'll just make this outline 3px solid blue. If I do that, right? And then we'll do something on click on these guys. So, we want to give these... Actually, we can just do this as well. So we're going to say class name equals font choices. Inner HTML is this plus HTML, right? And if I do this, and then I'll do font class name, font choices, inner HTML. Yeah, we don't need that. If I do this, and then I'll do document.query selector dot font choices, and then in here font choices. Do we want to give these individually classes? Probably do, but I think if I do this, we can keep it simple. If I do this, all, right? So if I do this here, and then say add dot port each yell dot add event listener click handle font select. So we should be able to do this. Handle font select event. And I just want to see if we can actually capture. Why did that give us 2? Why does it give us 2? Why is it giving us 2? Pointer type mouse. Pointer type mouse. What are the events? Click and click. Why are we getting 2? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it shouldn't be a problem. Because we're just adjusting some styles, right? So, event dot target should get us what was clicked on. Source element image. Target image. Okay. So we should be able to do something like event dot target. If I do something like document dot body dot closest HTML, it goes up to the HTML element. Yeah. So target dot closest div. So if I do this, click here. It gets us to here. And then we'll say, okay, so we'll say, so we'll just say something like const font yells equals this, right? Ah, no, we need to do let font yells, right? And then we'll say font else equals this, and font else dot for each yada yada yada. And then here we'll just do let el equals this, and then font else dot for each el dot style dot outline equals none. So let's test that. That should just remove the outline of the first one wherever I click. Okay. All right. And then el.style.outline equals whatever I put in here. So const select style. Right. So we can stick that in here. We can modify it easily later. So this should be like that. And we can do that. So now I should be able to click on these, and it's not working. Let's see. Is that affecting the style here? Boom. EL style none none. Select style. Is it because of the stupid semicolon? It is because of the stupid semicolon, isn't it? Nope. Outline. Oh, god damn it. All right, I'm not gonna integrate it then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do yeah, we'll just do something like this. Function select el. That's where we do the thing, where we first remove it from all others, and then we'll add it to this one, and then we use that function even for the first one. Then here we'll just do select el that, and then here we'll do select el font else 0, right? So if I do this, that's selected, and now I can just select whichever one, right? Now the spacing is a little off because I think I need to make the image style inline block. The image itself, themselves. Image style equals inline block. And then that goes here. Not quite. Spacing is off. Display inline block. Can I make this bigger? There's that odd spacing underneath. That's not quite right. Yeah, I'll have to wind down. I'm getting very close. Okay. Select font. Yeah, then we don't need the default font button anymore. The default font, let's give it a black outline. right? So we can say border 2px solid black. Get rid of the select style. So we want to do the same thing. Margin 0.5. Nah, we want to do the same thing that we did with these guys. So margin and padding, and then border. Margin, padding, border. If I do this. Magic margin, padding, border. Margin, padding, border. Margin, padding, no border. Does that not work on this thing? Shouldn't the border should be between margin and padding. If I add 1 to each of these, what do we end up with? That's not right. What the heck? Oh, the outline is at the same spot. Can we do border inset? CSS border inset. CSS inset borders. Position box shadow. Oh god. Inset border before. Are you kidding me? There's an outline which I'm already using. Okay, I think in this case it's easiest to just add something like diff in here. And then we can just do style. We'll just do 2 paddings. So we'll have margin here. And then here it doesn't actually matter. Margin 0.3. Border. Wait, what? Padding 0.1. What? Shoot. We have to do span here because of the diff selector. And we'll do display inline block. This is kind of the equivalent of the image in the other elements. Padding. Margin. Padding. What the heck? I want it to be on the inside of this one. So here we want to have the margin. Margin. Oh, yeah. Wait. I'm an idiot. The border needs to be on this guy. On the span, then. There we go. All right. 0.2. Greta! All right. Sorry, guys. I gotta go 1 second. What's the default font? I think it's Roboto. 1 second, because Toby needs his dessert. 1 second. Sorry, Toby. Realize you would eat so quickly. I'm back. Sorry about that. Because I don't want to add things to the style sheet, because this is supposed to be super self-contained. I'm just cutting and pasting into the console right now. So I don't want to rely on other things. Display, you know what? It doesn't even need to be an inline block. There we go. Margin 0.2. Why does it look like the margin on the X and Y are so different? What the heck? Margin 0.2. 1.2 RAM. What? Oh, it does some sort of weird margin collapsing. If I use padding, then it pushes the border back to the off. God damn it! CSS disable margin collapsing. God damn it. Ah, wait, but now we could use padding on this guy. In row 1, then. Okay. So wait a second. We still need margin here. Wait, what? This is so bizarre. We have the padding here. So this, the outer thing is the padding. And then on the inside, I'm using margin. Wait, no, I had this working. Do I need margin here as well? Margin 0.2 m. Because I want some spacing on, because that's the div. God damn it. Okay. If I swap them, if I make this the span and the inner one the div, because I want to select on the inner one, right? If I do this and then change the display on the span to block, right? And now we can do it correctly. So we want margin 0.2 and then margin 1.2 on this one, adding 0.2, adding 1.2. God damn it, just do the thing! Oh my god, I just want to nest two things inside of each other. God. What a pain in the butt. Padding. Because that needs to be on the inside of the line. No, we do want the outline on the outer one. God damn it. It's the border we want to have on the inner one, and the outline needs to be on the outer one, and we need spacing between the two. And why is it all so B? Margin 0. And let me just double check. The margin is the 0.3, right? Because here it works fine, right? No, the spacing's on the outside. Wait, but how is the spacing on the outside? Damn it. So these guys... No. So these guys have a margin, and then they have the outline. Because the black edge is part of the image. Fine. So this should be the same, margin padding. So that should work for the blue line. Except it doesn't. Now it does. Oh, I'm an idiot. It doesn't on these either. It's just... God damn it. Okay. So image... The image tag here is misspelled. That's why it's not an inline block. And in fact, it doesn't need to be an inline block. It can just be a block. Right? Style. Display. Block. So that gets rid of that weird fucky spacing. So we can push the blue to the outside. Without doing all this messiness. So we don't have a margin here. We just have the padding. Boom, boom. Why is the blue on the... Why is the blue now on the outside of the outer element? That shouldn't even be possible. God damn it. How did I mess this up so badly? Like... Damn it. Ah, maybe because it's inline block. I do this. But you see, why is the blue outline here overlapping outside of the dialog box? And not here? This is so dumb. What if I say style adding 0.2 rem? Okay, and now how can I get this border inwards? Now, if I make this, so both of these are display block. One is block and one is inline block. Inline dash block. Right. And then if I say width 100%. Nope, doesn't care. And it's changing things on me. Okay. But don't make it inline block. Why is this spacing on the right side different than on the left? What the hell, CSS? Come on. What the hell? There's nothing about any of this that's asymmetric left to right. Oh, sorry guys. I think this is the time when I need to end the stream because I get upset at the stupidest thing. Like, how does this make sense? How does it make sense? Also, why is this outside of the outer box when it needs it isn't? The other option, I can't believe I'm thinking this. The other option would be to take a screenshot of the normal font, add that at the top, and then just center it, and then handle it that way. Excuse me. God damn it. What the fuck? So the reason I have the span is just for the border. And all I need the span to do is to be an equal distance off the diff's edge on the inside. So if I make background red here, and then in the span, I'll say background blue. The blue and the red shouldn't overlap, but they shouldn't be touching, right? This padding, 0.2, should disallow this from touching. Display block. Display inline block. If it's an inline block, it's not going to take up the full width. Nope, it still is taking the full width. For whatever reason. Okay. What if I say padding right 2 rem? Like if I force a different padding on the right side. Okay. 0.2 rem. Why is padding 0.2 on the right not good enough? Why? Jesus Christ. So it's doing some weird screwy margin collapsey thing, which doesn't make any sense. All right. We want adding 0.2 rem here as well. Like, this spacing is still not the same. I think it's, like, off by the amount of... Like, oh my god. Having 2 concentric boxes with equidistant lines from each other shouldn't be this hard. God damn it. Alright. Well, I don't want to spend this much time on it, and it doesn't need to be perfect. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Just get rid of the background. It's off by, like, this... I think it's off by the thickness of the borders. For some reason... It's off by the thickness of the border. So if I say padding right, calc, 0.4 rem, plus 2 px, that probably will be exact, because the outline is 2 pixels. Yeah, sure, whatever, right. Okay. Excuse me, but this upsets me just a little bit. So, handle font, handle button, handle font, select element. Okay. Do we just scan through them? Find el dot style dot outline not equals none. So if I do this, right? I do this and then select font. Font else is not a thing. Well, maybe it's a thing now. We don't wanna... What's this? Where is this showing the HTML? Here. Let's do this. Select the... I need to give these things classes. Class equals font choice, and we'll do the same thing on this guy. Class equals font choice, and then this one will be dot font choice. I think that's the only way to do it without it driving me crazy. Okay. So, that'll find this one. And I think if we do find index, right? If I do this, this should give us 0. And if I do this, it should give us 13 or 12. Okay. All right. So, let cell idx equals... if cell idx equals 0, console.warn default font, else console.warn font selected. Cell idx -1, and we should also be able to do this, and okay. And then all we really need to do now is go back to this thing and basically execute this function, load xmas font. If I say something like this, we do load xmas font, right? And instead of an index, we'll say font props, right? And then we'll do that. And then we should be able to do this. Default. Here, we should be able to do this with a font, like that. If I do this, select font, num is not defined. Okay. Try it again. This, select font, heat element is not defined. If heat L. If attach style sheet. Document.styles.find. Okay, deleting the previous style sheet. We'll sort out in a sec. Okay, it did a thing, but it didn't do the thing. It didn't do the thing, even though I feel like the thing should be working. Font family, nothing. So we got a font prop here. Font props that. Oh, wait, name. Name. We'll just say let name equal this font yada yada, and we'll say xmax fonts index of font props. Boom. Right? Okay. Okay. And then all we need to do is find this style sheet. So if I do document dot sheets dot find dot map sheet. I just want to do that. Document.sheets is not iterable. What are you talking about? Document.body.sheets. Style sheet. Style sheet. Style. Document. Wait, isn't it sheets? Sheets. Document sheets. Style sheets. Style sheets. Okay. Style sheets. Dot map. Sheet. Dot sheets. Rules. CSS rules. Isn't there a dot rules dot to string? Nope. Dot CSS text. Nope. Style sheets. So I'm sure when I'm generating the SVG, I have to do something like this. Style.css rules. Okay. If I say, can I just clear this, please? If I say sheet.css rules dot map r to r.css text css rules. No. Sheet. Didn't they have a CSS rules list? CSS rules. And rules. Sheet dot rules. Yeah. So sheet dot rules or sheet dot CSS rules dot map r, right? It's not a function. Okay. If we turn it to an array first, is it then a function? Yes. So if we say, wait, each rule is that, and each rule has CSS text dot CSS text. Okay. Dot join. Boom. Join. Okay. And now we can say find dot join dot match match. What's the one we're looking for? We're looking for font family Xmas, whatever. Match font family colon Xmas, or just Xmas 2024. Boom. Okay. So let sheet L equals boom. And then if sheet L remove. And that's it. Select. Nope. Sheet L remove is not a function. Is that not the element then? CSS style sheet. What? How do I get from this to the style sheet? Parent rule. Parent style sheet none. Huh? I mean, I guess I should just track it. It would be nice if I could just find it and override it. Okay. If I do it again. Style sheet. How to remove a CSS style sheet from document. Delete rule. Index into the style sheets CSS rule to be removed. No, I want to remove the whole thing. Delete rule. I want to remove the whole thing. Delete rule, replace sync. Replace the content layer. Alright, I'll figure that out. It's time for dinner. I gotta get going. But it's sort of kind of working, right? So if we ignore this little bit, and if we ignore the fact that I haven't done the reset yet, that's why I want to do that, because the reset is basically just a removal. And that'll do the trick, right? And let's try that on the puzzle with the givens as well. Need that. Rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of that. Where's the one with the givens? Yeah, ChatGPT was absolutely not useful. That looked almost like it could have had been useful, but you know, too late now. All right, so if I do this same thing here, and I select font, it works. It just takes a moment to load. That's okay. Boom. All right. Excellent plans. Yep, I'm gonna go to the other island to visit in-laws, and we have some extended family coming to visit from the UK, so that'll be nice. All right. Anyway, that was kind of rushed, but it's late, and I started late, and it's late. So thanks for hanging out. I hope I see you in the next one. In fact, let me check. I might, yeah. Next 22nd, I should have the stream. 29th, I'm not sure. I might come back to do the stream and then head over to the other island again. Anyway, in the meantime, thanks for hanging out. Oh, by the way, new camera. Let me know how it is. If you like it, if it's better than the old one, if you notice a difference, if you didn't. Small image in the corner, probably not easy to see. In the meantime, take care. Catch you in the next one. Bye bye.